Hi everyone, welcome to the session. My name is Somajit Goswami, and in this session we are looking at DILR previous year questions. This is a missing data set. These type of caselets are also called as your Sudoku type, caselets. This is going to be a little calculation heavy, taken from CAT 1994. So let's directly go to the questions. This is the caselet. I would expect you to at least pause the video right now to read this one. This is not very, text heavy. The only thing that should allow you to actually go for these type of set is that there is very less amount of information and there is a table given to you. CAT even these days ask you question like this, so it is a relevant one. Okay, now before solving, it is always a good idea to look at the question types. So here only 4 questions are there. And all the questions, if you look them from a bird's eye view, you will see that none of the questions have options ending with a cannot be determined. So that can only tell me that the table can be uniquely filled without worrying about multiple cases to be formed. So let's just start reading the points that are given and start solving it. I'll just get rid of the video palette. I'll come back when required. The first line says, in 1984-85, the value of exports of manufactured articles, I am paying attention to these words manufactured article because they are given in this thing, exceeds over the value of raw materials by 100%. What does this mean? That this value for 84-85 manufactured article exceeds that of raw material by 100%. That means if this was X, now this is 2X. Okay, exceeding by 100% is as good as having a multiplying factor of 2X. That's it. I don't see anything more. In 85-86, the next line says the ratio percentage of raw material, export of raw material to that of export of manufactured articles is 3:4. Now we are talking about 85-86, and raw material to manufactured article is 3:4. So you can say this is 3y, you can say this one is 4y. The variables 3y 4y is also helping me to understand or predict that these values will be a multiple of 3 or a multiple of 4 that ways. Okay, that's it, nothing else. Export of the food in 85-86 exceeds that of 84-85 by the figure 1006. So 84-85 food, 85-86, there is a difference, so you can possibly write it somewhere that the difference is 1006. That's it, nothing else is there. Okay, that's it. We need to fill the table now. How can we fill that? One thing that I can see which is really odd is this number 23%. In the 85-86 column, if food comprises of 23%, these two values will collectively comprise for the other, because all of them will together add up to 100%. I hope that is clear. So these two columns or these two values can be very much calculated as the rest 77%. I hope that made sense. Now all of this can be done mentally. So y, the value of y can be very easily calculated because 4 plus 3 is 7, 7y is equal to 77, y comes out to be 11%. In other words, I can now say that this is 44% and this is 33%. Okay, at this point I need to calculate the value of the 44% and the 33% from the 100% that is given. Let's do that. So how can I do that? So see, 100% is given as 25800. 10%, I hope you guys have already studied this thing. 2580, this is the 10%. 40% is going to be 32.3 and this is 10, correct? 4 8s are 32, 23, 2, 8, 10, correct. And what about the 4%? The 4% is just this number 1032. So this is going to be 11352. Similarly, we can calculate all the numbers. Okay, at this point, what I would like to say is that I have given you the idea. Now you can just directly use a calculator and calculate the other values, because otherwise it will just unnecessarily eat up a lot of our time. 25,800 multiplied by 0.33 will give us a number 8,514. If you add these numbers and subtract them from 25,800, you can get the 23%. But if you have the option of the calculator, you can just multiply that, right? So 0.23 into 25800, which is 5,934. The numbers are a little heavy, so please pay attention. Please don't make any errors. Okay, so the numbers are a little heavy. Now, at this point, the difference was already given as 1006. In other words, it is given already in I think here it is given 8586. Exports of food exceeds by 1006. So this number is going to be 1006 less than 5,934. Okay, so nothing, just subtract 1006 from the 5,934, and the value that you will get is 4,928. Okay, now at this point you have to subtract this number from 22,400. That will basically give you the value of these two numbers, and then you have to again do the drill. This is not very difficult. I'm pretty sure you have already understood this. So subtracting this from 22400 will give me 17,472. I'm writing everything down just so that you have this. This is equivalent to 3x. This means that x will come out to be, just if you have the calculator open, just divide the number by 3. This is 5,824. And for 2x, just the twice of this number, 11,648. I didn't want to do any 648 any calculation error, that's why I'm doing everything then and there. Okay, now you can actually eliminate these. You can actually get rid of all of this. This I will keep just for the sake that this is a method through which we can calculate the percentages. Okay, so I'll keep this one. Okay, now let's go to the questions and see how we can solve the questions. The first question, just a second. The first question says, in 1984-85, what percentage of the total values of export account for items related to food? Remember what we are looking at? We are looking at 84-85 and total percentage of total values. That means food in 84-85 by the total value. I have the numbers with me, which is 4928 and 22400. Okay, so I'll go back. Uh, 4928 by 22400. Now if you pay attention, this is a very interesting number. This is almost 5 by 22. 5 by 20 is 1 by 4, that is 25%. This is going to be a little less than 25%. So this is a bit of reasoning that you can do. However, if you see, there are, so I can eliminate C and B and C. However, if you see, there are two options very close, which is A and C, which is 23 and 22. I can't help it. I have to do the actual this thing, and I'll try to fit in the 22% value. So how I can do that is, so 10% is let me write this like that. 10% is 2240. 20% is 0844, and 2% is going to be 844. Okay, so I think this will add up to that exact number. Yeah, so this is 4928. If you see, this has to be the answer. We had to do this thing. You could have also used the calculator. I'm not going to do calculation like this. This was just to explain, if in an exam condition there are no calculators available, you could have used this type of a method. Again, I'm saying I am explaining everything on the on the white sheet or the whiteboard, but you can do pretty much, you can do these things in your mind also. Okay, now we will look into this question. During the 84-85, catchword is 84-85, how much more raw material than food? Okay, 84-85, raw material and food. Let us go to this thing. 84-85, raw material is 5824 and food is 5298. Now please understand this thing. This number 5824 is very much closer to 6000, and this 4928, you can obviously do the actual calculation and you can get the number. So you will have 6 over there, but then I'm saying that this is almost equal to 5000, so the number is going to be a little less than 1000. Okay, why am I saying less than 1000? Because these numbers are not perfect 6000 and 5000, so that is why the number has to be a little less than this thing. Also, the actual calculation tells you that the unit digit will be a 6, so let's see if there is any luck with that. So okay, so there are two numbers, 1986 and 896, but then this is more than 1000, so this is not going to be the answer, this is going to be the answer. This also goes out, and also if you realize 896 fits our bill, it is less than 1000. Now let's look into question number 3, which says value of exports of raw material. This is the keyword 84-85. How much more percent less than the value in 85-86? Now what is it that we are supposed to look at? We are supposed to look at raw materials during 84-85. How much percent less than 85-86? All right, so let's go back. Raw materials. Okay, raw material is given as 5824. Okay, and that in 85-86 is 8514. So 5824 to 8514. Now one thing, you can do the usual calculation, you can actually subtract and then you can do this thing. What I would like to say is that for me, these last two numbers are pretty much indifferent, so I am looking at this number as 85 minus 58 by 85. Okay, so 15 minus 8, 7. This is 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, by 85. Now 27 by 85, I just need to remember this 27 by 85. Let's go back to the options now. 27 by 85, right? 27 by 85. If you see, 10% of this number of the denominator is 8.5. Okay, 30%, because I have a 30% there. 3 8s are 24, 3 5s are 15, 25.5. Okay, now if you pay attention to these numbers, 7 is ruled out. There is, it is not less than 7%. It is a little more than, because the numerator is 27, 30% we are getting at 25.5. So a little more than 30%. It will not be 46.18. It will not be 39, which is almost close to 40%, which can't be the case. So the only one that can fit the bill is 31.6. Okay. The change in the value of exports of manufactured article. Again, the highlighting words is change manufactured articles 84.85 and 85.86. Manufactured articles 84.85, 85.86. Let's go back and see. Okay, I will open the numbers just so that I am ready. Just a second. Manufactured article 11,648, 11,352. If you say that this is 11,650 and this is 11,350, the change that you can see pretty much is that of approximately that of 300. So you don't really need to do exact calculation. 300 should suffice. So let's go back and see which options has that thing. So the change is definitely not 2000, it's definitely not 1700, it is not 629, it is closer to 296. So that is going to be the answer. So yeah, so we were able to solve this question in less than 15 minutes. It took some time to explain certain ideas, but then please understand that this was a very interesting question type. This could have very well be tested in your upcoming tests. So this is me, Somjit, signing out. Thank you.